everyone, and welcome to USA Global TV and to Business Talk Radio. Our friends listening from New York, we're really happy to have you here. I'm Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck, and I am the listening mentor. I come to you 3 times a week, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, to share tips on how you can elevate your listening skills. We have some wonderful courses called The Power of Listening. We actually have 4 parts today, and you are most welcome to help me in the movement to create world peace, one elevated listener at a time. Today, I am joined by one of those elevated listeners who actually has graduated from parts 1 and 2, and we want to hear from her directly. Her name is Teuta Avdyli. Welcome.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you are here. I am so delighted to be here, and I thank you, Dr. Jacalyn, for inviting me to be here and to talk to your platform, your US TV show. And I feel like home after few lessons that we did, I feel that I belong here. It's like my home.
So, I know. It's great to see you again. And Teuta, before we get into the whole listening course and your experience, I'm going to spotlight you, and I would love for you to just tell our audience what it is that you do. What we can see behind you, you've got some images of books, but tell us all about your work in the world.
Yes, for those who don't know me, my name is Teuta Avdyli. I am a bestseller author of the book Born to Stand Out and Not to Fit In, and soon to become, to launch the second book, Family Legacy of Love. I am a motivational speaker, Les Brown certified Power Voice Academy, a transformational and parenting coach. I deliver coaching, training, workshops. I'm very passionate about what I do, and my mission is to bring into the world an education reform to system, to teach parents super skills and how to live a legacy of love. And I continue to pursue my mission with hunger and for inspiring the leaders of tomorrow and how to have a peaceful world of tomorrow. So that's what is, so if one, I can, so this is for now. So, and yeah, this is me for in a nutshell.
Thank you so much. And by the way, we've got some comments and from your family. Your kids are watching. I love it. Hello.
Hello, Daniel. Helena, mommy loves you.
Oh, I love this support. That's fantastic. All right, Teuta, let's move over to discussing about the courses on listening and your experience and as a graduate. So when you thought about taking the course, did you do it because you wanted to support me? Did you do it because you were interested in learning more about listening? Tell our audience what that was like for you.
That's a very great question, actually, because I think we're both, Dr. Jacalyn. But again, I thought, I want to learn more because there is one skill that we always can get better on, to become better leaders, to become better entrepreneurs and, friends, and to be a better human beings. There is that we have to have skills. We have to better the listening skills. So actually it was both, but I never thought that it's going to be that deep and in that perspective, actually. And the first time I was like kind of both, but second time was without no doubt that I said, no, I have to, because I have to see what's next, And I loved what you brought in. The scenarios that you brought in and the play role as well was amazing. It was amazing that we have. In order to be successful in all areas that we do, we have to be active listener and to be an effective listening, to have effective listening skills as well. As Richard Branson frequently says that listening as one, he says that as one of his main factors behind his success in Virgin is about having great listening skills. So yes, it's both really. It's both, and I really enjoyed it.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate your transparency. Teuta, before you took the class, how would you have rated your listening skills on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being an expert?
Okay, I would say that I thought that I was a good listener, but not great listener. You know, even though that I have that compassion to listen to other, I have that empathy and but I would rate like 5.
Okay, wow. Thank you for being brave and putting that out there. And as a result of taking the course, can you share one or two things that you learned that were actually, maybe they were not new to you or they were new to you, but you actually been able to take them and incorporate them into your life?
Yes, one thing that I would say, like I mean, I used to think that, I mean, many people think that listening skills are are intrinsic talents and gifts. That if it's like someone is something that cannot be learned or cannot be improved. However, I it came easier that to me that the reality of listening skills is that we can develop them and with deliberate efforts and practice. So what I learned is, and what really stood out for me, Dr. Jacalyn, is when I saw the videos, the play role, and every time I put myself in the other person's shoes that was not feeling well, that was not feeling that he was listening, it was like there was not listening there was not communication there was disconnection between the listener and the receiver as well. And I felt that that was like aha moment for me. So I said, because I felt for the other person, and every time he came with the emotion, and I said, no, I have to improve my listening skills because it's communication. I thought it's like throwing the ball and catching the ball. So it's like two ways, like the communicator and you can listening effectively, actively as well, like being present. And you said once as well that you put on your question that can you really multitasking while you're listening and doing something? It's impossible. It is impossible. And this, I thought that I knew that, but there have been times that I didn't do that. So I was not true that even though I knew, but after that, I said, no, it has to be this way. So I learned a lot about that. I learned a lot. So my skill and my listening skills have improved, and to really listen like effectively and actively and being present is very, very important. So yes, listening is a choice, really. It's a choice.
Thank you, Teuta. You brought up a lot of really good points, and I appreciate you sharing that with me and with our audience. Something that I wanted to just share with you, and these are observations that I made, and I'd love to hear what you think about my observations. So, when I have led different courses, the power of listening 1, 2, and 3, 4 is coming up. I noticed in the class, and this does not apply to you, but I noticed in the class that some people were multitasking. They were actually on their phones doing different things. I could see them in their little square with the phone out. And I remember the first thing that I felt was disrespected in a way because I was hosting it. And the second thing I thought was, this is probably how this person, and no judgment, but just this is probably how this person is typically used to listening, is they think that they can multitask at the same time and be an effective listener. So what are your thoughts about that?
I mean, it's very true what you're saying. I mean, genuine listening has become a rare gift nowadays. That the gift of time is like more like the gift of time. We don't listen in the time. I mean, when we are not present 100% fully, then we will miss what the message is. Then we will is going to be a misunderstanding. Is going to be miscommunication, and then the message is going to break. I mean, it's going to be broken. And in the same way as you see, and we say to the other people, it gives us the indication that I'm not respectful. You are not respecting me, and you are not listening to what I'm saying. So it's very important, because if we are fully, and in fact fully, when I say actively listen, not thinking about what you're going to say, or what, even not judging the moment, or even not predicting as well, but listen like what to really understand what the sender, what is saying to us. Because when we fully listening, then we'll understand their point of view. Then it will not going to be any misunderstanding. They're not gonna, and it's gonna be not time consuming as well, because the other the speaker, he has to repeat themselves as well. So we're talking about time effectively. That's what is in the workplace is about, like having more effectively work, and as well and less time, because you don't need to repeat yourself. And it's the same at work, on our home as well. So we have with the kids, we have self-relating children as well, and understanding, and we teaching them that they can solve the problems as well, and so they can listen as we are as examples to them. So listening is in all areas of our life. Listen is very important, because when we have good listening skills, then we can have success. I mean, that's what it says. Many successful people say that the main factor for them to being successful is because they have listening skills that they put into practice.
Thank you, Teuta. I appreciate that. We also have some comments from, I hope I say this right, Argiana.
Oh, Argiana, yes.
Argiana, you are absolutely amazing, my dear friend Teuta. Keep on, wishing you all the best. That's so nice. Thank you for watching.
Adriana, love you. She's my best friend.
Ah, that's so sweet. And we also have another comment. You are the best mom. Ah, isn't that beautiful?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You are my best children.
You are loved by all, Teuta. So a question that I would like to just have you weigh in on before we close out our show is, I teach this in the power of listening, and I really incorporate it into my own life, because you mentioned something. It's really about the listener and the receiver. It's really about both people in that situation. So I like to ask for permission before launching into something. Like, for example, I just made a phone call before this, and when the person answered, I said, do you have 5 minutes to speak with me now? And I really meant 5 minutes. 5 minutes is not 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So what are your thoughts about that, asking for permission to share something?
Yes, I think it's great idea, and you asking the other person. So then I think as well, Dr. Jacalyn, when you ask for permission, you telling the other person as well that when I am with you, please listen to me as well. So be attentive and listen effectively. So it's like you are asking for permission. So I think it's a very great idea to ask as well. So yes, I agree on that. And yes, and the other as well is about, when you have this, it's like building relationships as well. And when you have good listening skills, you build good relationships, you solve problems, you understand the other person, and you resolve conflicts and misunderstanding, and improve accuracy as well. So yes, I do agree on that, to ask for permission.
Oh, it's great to hear your thoughts on that. The last thing I want to ask just popped into my head is, you and I both come from a heart-centric place. We both are about lifting others up and doing the right thing. And my goal is to have some part in world peace. And to me, world peace is each of us listening authentically to each other, not listening with judgment, not listening to come up with an answer. And so I know that at your core, you are all about peace as well. So, what are your thoughts on how peace and listening can go hand in hand?
I mean, I think this is very powerful way, Dr. Jacalyn. I mean, to connect with one another from one heart to another heart and build bridges together and holding hands together is to one person to the other is the power of listening. I mean, we don't give the listener as much importance, but it's very, very important because listening is like that's where you understand the other person. That's that when you think what the other person is going is just is building relationships and building. It's everything. I would say the listen is the most powerful key to building relationships, to avoid conflict, to build a peaceful future, and everything. I think is the listening. So yeah, it's just listen, I would say.
Well done. Well, I want to congratulate you on being an elevated listener. I really respect the fact that you took the time to take parts 1 and 2, which are really fundamental basics. And I want the world to know that you really care, that you have put the time in, and they should reach out to you because you're going to listen, because you understand what it takes to be an effective listener.
You said it very well, Dr. Jacalyn. As a mentor, as a coach, it's very important to me to understand my clients as well. And so it's like we say like about hearing and listening, but hearing is like a 3-step process. Actually, it involves receiving sounds in the ear, or perceiving sounds in the brain, and processing actually the information offered by and distinguishing this. Whereas listen is a more like intentional and conscious act as well, focusing in the words and in the sounds. So this is very yes, and I would say because I want to understand my clients more, and that's as well is I want to invest myself personally and professionally. And being an active listener and being an effective listener is very, very important to me. And because it matters to me and it matters for my clients. And I want to really understand them from the depth of their being. And how beautiful is that when someone speaks and you just pause, just pause and listen and see and listen until the end. And then you have time to convey what the sender, the messenger, were saying to you. So it's really an act of listening. Is very powerful. And before I want to say that whoever wants to improve their listening skills, I would recommend 100%, because I benefited. And I benefited from my heart because I feel things, and when I feel things, I want to come from the point of heart and to give 100%, or even extend it more than that. So yes, whoever is there and you want to improve your skill and your listening skills, please do not hesitate to take Dr. Jacalyn's The Power of Listening course. It's amazing. It's wonderful, and just being with the other people, high caliber people, and really create relationship it's already amazing.
Well, thank you, Teuta. I really appreciate that. I didn't expect to hear that. That's really lovely. And I just want to congratulate you. And I want your clients to know, I want your network to know that you really do care. You've invested in yourself to be an elevated listener, which means you're going to be open and there for them even more so than before. So congratulations to you.
Thank you very much to you. I really appreciate what you're doing, Dr. Jacalyn, and you went extra mile and did all this role player and did the videos, and that require lots of time in and effort. So, but I know that you are happy because we have benefited from that. So in the end, everything is worth it.
And I learned from you all the time, and I'm really proud of you, everything you've accomplished. I'm going to spotlight you, and if you would share for people listening or watching now or on the replay, how can people reach you, and who would you like to contact you?
Yes, I would like, if you want to contact me, I have my website, which is teutaavdyli.com, legacyoflove.co.uk, and you see me, I am on LinkedIn, which you can see and on from my what is the website, but you can contact directly as well at Teuta Avdyli LinkedIn and Facebook, Teuta Avdyli, Instagram, Teuta Avdyli, and I want to connect with mothers and with women. I can motivate you, I can empower you, I can inspire you, whatever. I want to show you that you are unique. You are a masterpiece, and whatever, if you are in whatever place that you are, I can meet you and I send you to the other place because I was once like you, and I know how you feel, and I know that it is possible. No matter the weather, you can bring your own sunshine. I did it and you can. And regarding the family, why I came to this is because I am a mother myself, and I know how important it is and how much we want for our children to be successful adults. And sometimes, it's not about we don't want, but sometimes just look, we have to update ourselves just to have to upgrade our knowledge, because I would say, like, perhaps if we don't upgrade ourselves or upgrade our knowledge, maybe we are parenting, where we get our parenting skills from our parents, and our parents get from their grandparents. And I'm asking, don't we think that perhaps we're using an outdated parenting style? So now that we live in a digital area, that as everything is evolving, our skills have to be evolved as well, and we have to help this generation to grow in to grow in a soil that is healthy, so they can produce good fruits. And yes, all mothers there, if you want to reach to me, please do reach me and contact me. I'll be more than happy to contact you and to help you. Whatever place you are, I will meet you. So yes, this is for me, and I love helping teenagers as well. So if you have a family of teenagers as well, it's very important that we direct these teenagers in the right path, because we know that we see that they are growing in a dry soil. I mean, they seem that they when you see them from outside, you look that they hold it all. But if we just go to their levels, then we will see that they are crying for help. They are crying, like there is confusion. There is like identity finding, not finding the life purpose. All of this creates the confusion and unhappiness. And yes, I am very happy to help you, and whatever you need help with.
Thank you, Teuta. The work you're doing is so important. And if we think about how everything that's been going on for the last 18 months, politics, vaccinations, pandemic, loss of work, fear, how it's affected adults, can you only imagine how it's affecting teenagers and children that are going through experiences that they never could have envisioned? So please do reach out to Teuta. After the show, I will go and put her contact information in the comments because we don't have it here now. And Teuta, I'm just so thrilled that you took time out of your busy evening. I know you've got some other things going on, but thank you for being here.
It is always a pleasure, and I'm privileged to be with you, Dr. Jacalyn. And as you taking me on your platform and inviting me, I mean, I'm so blessed, to have this, to be surrounded with amazing, like-minded people. So blessed.
Well, you're welcome to come back anytime you want.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Where's my love heart?
All right. I wish you a beautiful evening. I look forward to seeing you again.
Likewise. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye, everyone.
Bye. It was great having Teuta here and hearing about what she's doing and acknowledging her, congratulating her on her elevated listener status. So we're going to conclude our program today. If you are interested in working on your listening skills, which again, I work on them all the time. It's something that's really important to me. And I notice things about people as well and where they are in their listening journey. No judgments made, but there's always more work for us to do to help find peace in this world. We do offer 4 courses. And if you take the first and second, and you then take the quiz, which is 7 questions, and you get 100, you actually completed the course and you are a graduate. So we also have 2 other courses. Here's one of them. This is part 3, the power of music, voice, and listening. We've already had our first part 3. We had some high-level people, very accomplished people attend this, and it's actually interesting. Madeline Chan is my co-host. She's an award-winning artist, songwriter. She is a producer and an author. And in this course, you use not only your breath, your breathing, but you also use your voice in a way that you probably haven't when it comes to listening. So you can head over to Eventbrite. And here's the banner now. Just go to Eventbrite and search for the power of listening. You can sign up for any of the 4 courses in any order. It doesn't matter. But if you'd like to get certified, I highly recommend that you sign up for parts 1 and 2 in that order. If you can't find a date that works for you, don't worry about it. Just pay the fee and you can contact me directly and we'll set up a time that works for you. So I hope that that is of interest to you. Thank you for being here. We'll be back again tomorrow. And in the meantime, I'm going to leave us with a beautiful music video. This is by the Debutantes. I love playing this. It makes me feel so happy and free. And it's Victoria and Lavinia. And you can follow them, the Debutantes, over on Instagram. Thanks so much. We'll see you soon for It's All About Dating.